And we're up.
All right. Welcome back to Drakkenheim. Um, in the previous session, I don't remember what oh yeah, you guys fought trolls in the sewers. That's what happened. And you found troll items. It was fun.
Very gross trolls, yeah.
Yes, very gross trolls. And you found troll items, and that was funny for me. But you guys were on your way to the Queen of Thieves. Um, you were you were going to be taking her all the eldritch, not all, but some of the eldritch lilies you had collected. Um, your plan was to disperse them between three different factions, and also to keep some for yourself. But the first stop being the Queen of Thieves, as she's along the way. You were making your way through the sewers, fought some trolls, and you are now back at the Court of Thieves that you've been to a few times now. Um, and you all will remember that the last time you were here, the Queen expressly told you that you would not be able to see her again until you defeat her champion. She can't be seen just having random people walk in and out of her presence without having earned it. So, do you guys have a plan to bypass that? Or will you be asking to set up a fight with her champion?
Have we seen this champion at all?
No, no, you have not.
Is that a thing that we could do? Like watch the fights to see the champion?
If anyone else bothered to fight it, but the impression you've gotten is that no one has ever beaten the champion, and that most people are very afraid to fight it, to fight her, him, her, it.
I mean, I'll probably die, but as long as Hudson has a revivify around, I'd fight it.
And DM speaking to players, this was something you guys were supposed to do a little while ago.
Hmm.
So theoretically, you're more than leveled up enough. But also, I tried to maybe spice it up a bit so that it's a little more difficult.
I want to fight him.
Freaking level scaling.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really hoping I didn't go too far.
We shall see.
It doesn't feel like I did, but
Right.
also, I'm not a play tester or someone in charge of game design. I
Right.
just did what sounds whatever.
In that case, let me at him or her or it.
Hmm.
I want to fight it first.
I mean, we're
All right.
we're at almost full resources, right?
Uh, yeah. I think some people are hurt a little bit, but I know we didn't have Hudson use any spell slots last time. Maybe Bull used a rage. I can't
I
remember.
raged. I did
But
rage.
yeah, mostly you're at full. Um we'll say
What?
that if you guys want, you can go and talk to one of the people in charge and get the fight set up. You won't have enough time for a long rest, but you can certainly do a short rest and cast any spells you might want to cast or use any potions or scrolls or anything. Um, like we can give you a short rest for sure.
Oh, it's not a one-on-one against the champion. It's a team fight versus one person.
Yes.
Oh. Really big champion.
If we need healing, I don't remember exactly how it works, but if there's a short rest, Hudson can use a spell, burn a channel divinity to get it back, and then get the channel divinity back on the short rest.
Hmm. I could use some small heals if nobody else does. I'm at like 2/3.
Well, we do a short rest. Just use your hit die.
Right, but this is basically free. Like he
It's
gets
free
them all
read?
back anyway.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so basically he can cast 2 half proficiency bonus rounded up. He could cast 2 level 2 spells, which could be theoretically 2 prayer of healings. But I'm also full hit points, so whatever's
If it
good.
gives me 22 hit points, I'll be happy.
So then what's the plan?
Well, it sounds like at minimum everyone will be at full health. We just need to determine the resources that you'll use to get there.
Well, I could cast those 2 spells and use Channel Divinity. Okay. Well, I'm missing. Oh, 19 HP. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I'm missing 19. Who gets that beat?
I'm down 22.
Well, you could go 1 and 1. Yeah, I get 1, you get 1.
Sound good to me.
All right. I vote Finch gets the first one, and I'll take the second one. Roll that dice, step bro.
What level spells can I cast?
I don't know. You're the cleric.
Give me a sec, I gotta read.
I know you can cast up to level 4 spells, but I don't know what comes back on with the channel divinity.
I mean, the D&D encyclopedia, Colby over there said it was level 2s, so I'd say level 2.
All right. So if that's everything, then you guys talk to the people in charge. They lead you down, and into a
That's right.
well, through a series of tunnels and cells and rooms. If you guys need any basic equipment, swords or whatever, they have an armory that you can grab something. But I'm fairly confident that everything you guys have is better than what they'd be offering. And you know what? It might be easier for me to just wait. Where did all the tokens go?
Did Hudson actually roll?
No.
Not yet. I'm doing my due diligence.
Hudson's currently broke his brain today, so he's lagging behind.
So since it's been a hot minute since I've been on, I have to do something called read.
I know. Colin over here is about to take away your spot at the table.
Is,
He was throwing it
accidentally
last week.
Sacred Flame instead of healing?
Hold on, am I reading this right?
It's what?
This one would be better. So Hayden, if I do a prayer of healing, I can heal up to 6 people. Like what I roll it
Ready?
heals. What? At a second level spell.
Mhm.
Pretty sure. So I guess you both gain 14. Or whoever's missing HP will gain up to 14.
And you could cast it twice and still get everything back.
Oops.
I now gotta roll a spell save DC now.
No, did I click the wrong part?
Only if you want to resist the healing.
Oops.
Maybe we could even earn some goodwill with some of the Queensmen providing free healing.
Yeah, let's actually heal the champion and then fight him.
I assume he's coming in full no matter what we do, but you never know.
Yeah. Oh, a good, honest fight.
Right?
There you go.
7.
That was bad.
You know what? You
Oh,
got me to full.
I was like, that should get you to full.
You got everyone to full. Finch had 22.
That
In case
matters.
it comes up, we'll give Noble Confidence to Joel, Amnar, and Hudson.
Yeah. I forgot what noble confidence does. It's like for one roll, I get boosted by a d4.
Yeah, 1d4 on attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh, nice. I'll remember that. Which I won't.
Right.
Or you can click the modifier.
Yes,
Well,
that
there
way
it
it's
is.
always on.
Automatically.
It says on a short rest I can do this, and it lasts for 8 hours. So assuming that we start out with one in the morning, this could actually be a second, and then we all have it.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Someone locked the door so I had to open up.
Yeah, we'll say I don't think you did it after the last long rest, so yeah, we can say that works.
I've just been assuming that I do it kind of every morning as we wake up, and sometimes I'm
Well,
remembering.
I guess what I mean is no one used theirs last battle. So,
Oh.
I didn't realize I had it last battle.
Yeah, I always forget.
well,
Unless
yeah.
unless like Finch declares it before each battle that we have it, I'm probably gonna forget. So, just so you
I
know.
mean, if you'd like
Oh,
to, I can
Amnar used his.
keep it a track
Yep.
of it.
Oh, too late.
Is it on perception check?
I just clicked on the thing, so I was trying to see if there was a description.
If
All
you would
right.
like, I can post it.
So everybody's got one use of noble confidence. Everybody's at full health. Is there any other preparations you'd like to make before moving on to the arena?
I like to place a bet, all in, on winning.
Um, how much money do you have exactly?
I think I've done a poor job of keeping track, so it's currently 450.
I don't really feel like making odds, so we'll just call it even money. If you win, you can double it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go in too.
Going in.
I hate this.
I am a. My whole character is about gambling. You're telling me.
Before.
I just hadn't even considered it, so I'm
Right.
like, like
I'm looking.
but I don't feel like spending the next 20 minutes trying to figure out what fair odds are and stuff
Pretty sure
so that
last
you
time.
don't.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure
he's
last time we
never,
did it, we
he's
just
never
did it 2 to
lost.
1.
We look
If you
kind of
win, you double it.
Yeah, we'll just say if you bet all your money and you manage a defeat of the champion, then you'll double your money. Anyone who bets.
bet.
But if the champion defeats you, then
You lose all
then
your
you
money.
lose everything.
That's fine. Fair deal. I have no regrets. I'm already in debt.
All right.
What's a little more?
Right.
All right, all right. So yeah, you're led through some halls and tunnels. You're going down. You'll recall that the last time you were in the Queen's chambers, she had a metal grate over top that could open up and drop people into this cavernous pit. Um, so you can look up and sort of see that as well. But and all around the edges are stadium like seating. And you were lucky. You only had to wait a little while, but there were fights already going on, and this arena is quite full. Whatever happens here will be seen by most of the Queensmen, and those who aren't here will hear word of it. But yeah, this natural cavernous chamber is roughly 50 feet high and supported by stone pillars. Perhaps it was a water reservoir drained by the blockages created by the Queensmen. Only a small pool of water remains here now, sloshing against a narrow sewer pipe. So some quick rules about the arena fight since you're being watched by so many people. Um, if you act in a way that displeases the crowd, they will begin to boo you. And if they boo you enough, you will start rolling with disadvantage on your attacks. However, if you act in a way that pleases them, and they start to cheer for you, uh, you can roll with advantage. Sort of like the momentum of the crowd and whatnot, if you will.
So we get a sense from kind of watching some of these fights, what types of things the crowd is pleased or displeased by.
These are thieves, scoundrels, scallywags. You know the type, and they are pleased by daring actions. Um, they're pleased by blood. They don't like cowards. Let's just leave it at that. But even so, you get the sense that the fights you've watched, the fights you've taken a part in, are not on the same level as the one that you're about to take part in. And as a DM to player note, you can see around the edges of the arena these this fenced in area that's actually uh you can stand underneath of them, but not on them really. That's sort of supposed to indicate the stands, if that makes any sense, like where they
Oh,
start.
okay.
Like
I see.
they're like 50 feet in the air.
So is the locked door up in the air or is it underneath the stand?
Oh no, that was underneath. That's where you guys came in.
Okay. We can't run back out the door.
No, no, you can't.
We're now locked in.
I mean, you can run, but you just lose all your money.
I did. Yeah, this is true. Well, I didn't bet anything, but
You can beg to be let out, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they will let you.
this is
You
true.
are locked in. You
Right.
agreed to this, and the crowd
Yes.
wants blood. So,
Locked in. So let's get locked
with that,
in.
uh, you guys have a moment to position yourselves in the room however you'd like, but really just a moment. So everyone can roll initiative.
Sounds about right. Are we like getting into some sort of position here?
Oh, I for a crowd pleaser, I'm gonna take the middle of the room. That's kind of where I just want to be.
In that case, I'll be right by you, Matt.
We have mode
All
position. I
right.
want middle. The champion's gonna
And
drop down on top of us, but I don't even care. We're here to we're here for crowd pleasing.
okay. And with that, it is time to begin the arena fight. And from this direction, you see a giant opening, which you start hearing very loud thuds, like giant, uh, giant footsteps. The cavern is rumbling, and you get the sense that something very large is about to appear. You've heard rumblings in the past when you've been around the Kingsmen of the champion known as Big Linda. And from the depths of the cavern appears this. I don't have a very good handout for it. So this is directly from the what you call it, the book. However, for my purposes, what I was able to create was not nearly as scary, but should give a sense of whatever anyway.
Did you post that somewhere?
In the oh, I was testing things before you guys came in, and I was talking to myself so that everything didn't appear on screen. So now I have removed that. This thing.
Huh,
It
that's funny.
is.
So cute.
Let me give you a description.
A small dwarven man.
Yeah,
That's
Big Linda resembles a dragon without wings and has knobbly flesh accented by shimmering scales that stretch along its back. The monstrous beast has a gaping maw of razor sharp teeth and a tail of razor sharp spines, but disheveled and useless forearms. Big Linda has been tamed by the Queen of Thieves and obeys all of her commands. And this is what I ended up making. Not quite as scary, but it's a T-Rex, but a mutated T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, just yeah. A
But
mutated
yeah,
T-Rex,
it
no problem.
it appears from within, and it is Amnar's turn. It looks like.
Oh man.
Oh, and for starting, the crowd is neutral towards you. So so no advantage or disadvantage yet.
Just flat rolls. Okay. I think I'm close enough to cast Hunter's Mark. Yeah, 90 feet. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll cast
All
Hunter's
right.
Mark on him.
Big Linda is marked.
Okay. Let's see, Hunter's Mark is activated. Still just, I think, 5 feet away from being able to shoot normal, so I'll have to shoot with disadvantage. 16.
16 hits.
Okay then. 10.
A 10 does not. A 10
That's what I
misses.
figured. Okay.
Your shot goes whizzing past its head.
Okay, I think that's. Yep, that's everything I can do.
Bull, it's your turn.
Well, Bull's gonna take off running, and like mid-run, I'm gonna shift into my giant form. Yeah, it's big bull time. And then for pizzazz, we'll reckless attack, and I'll I'll probably try to do like a jumping attack with the axe, try and please the crowd a little bit. You run up,
All right.
the giant barbarian jumps up and like swings his axe like a guillotine or something.
Go for it.
16.
A 16 hits.
Whew.
I should have. Were you recklessly attacking, you said?
Yeah, I said reckless attack.
Okay. In the future, I will give you this option for doing something trying to please the crowd. I will in the future let you roll like an acrobatics check or a performance check, and if it's good enough, you can get it anyway when you describe your attacks like that.
Gotcha. No athletics.
Probably not athletics. It would probably have to be performance or something. Unless the thing is more athletically based. We'll see. It depends on what you're doing.
Mm.
Depends on how you
Yep.
describe it.
Understood.
Yeah, a 16 hits.
Oh, I need to be raging. Whoops. Those are not the rage ones. So it'd be an extra 5 damage because of rage. Forgot I click all the buttons. I'm sorry.
You're good.
And then upon landing, Bull then takes the axe and swings it up like an uppercut motion just to really cleave up on the monster now.
All right. Go on. You're already declared reckless attack, so go on and
Yeah.
do it. No need to roll the other things.
26.
26 definitely hits.
For not much. 14.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's about it for now.
All right. Knock. It's your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna move like up this way. Can I make a stealth check as I get out of line of sight?
Uh, yeah, yeah. It'll since you're in an arena, it'll have to be fairly high, but yeah, we you can actually absolutely do it. 17. We'll say that's enough.
All right. Move to here. Oh. Is the T-Rex able to come up over this stage piece here?
Yes. I wouldn't say over it. It's more like under it. That's sort of jutting out like a for somebody to sit out and have a better view, if that makes any sense.
Um, can I position the shadow under it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
You'll have to drop it for me.
Like right there.
Yeah. Mostly I just want it to be in the way. All right, and then I'm
Okay.
going to shoot it. 23.
23 hits.
Yeah, bad. 24 points of damage. And that is all the moves and all the stuff.
All right. Then we both clicked it at the same time. Let's see, what can it do? All right. Bull got big. So yeah, this thing has been in a lot of fights, and it has a very killer and predatorial instinct. So the first thing it's gonna do is run around the opposite way.
Would Bull get attack of opportunity?
Do you have reach?
Yeah, that's kind of why I
Then
said
sure.
attack.
Then sure, you get an attack of opportunity.
21
All right, 21 hits.
for 17.
And as it runs around,
Do I also get an attack of opportunity?
because it comes to you, yeah, I guess you do.
It's
With
killer
advantage
instinct.
of flanking?
What's that?
With advantage because of flanking?
No, because Bull is not directly across from you.
Okay.
He would have to be down one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take what I can get.
25 hits.
When we're putting on a show, I'll no, never mind. That's fine.
Yeah, so with that, uh as Big Linda runs around, uh stomping, shaking the arena, you guys feel it in your bones almost as she moves. And it's almost surprising how quickly she moves. But she gets to the center and she spins around and she snaps her jaws at Bull. All the while, her tail lashes out at Finch, Amnar, and Hudson. Um, where did. So, yeah, in a. So, yeah, in a inversed cone, it's wider closer to her than it is away, but the tail hits all three of you. Well, I say hit. You guys will see if it actually hits.
Yeah. Swing
Um,
fails.
oh, it does.
Oh my
A
god.
nat 30 or a nat 20. So all of you get hit,
Oof.
and you're dealt 20. Uh, why is it? Oh, because of the. Yeah, so you're dealt 33 bludgeoning damage outright, all three of you. But you're also pushed up to 15 feet away directly behind you. Um, Finch hits Hudson. But luckily, Amnar and Hudson don't move at all because you're already up against things.
Oh.
But uh, but Finch, you take an additional 1 damage because you only moved. Uh, you hit Hudson, and that's 1d6 of damage. Um, all the while, her jaws snap at Bull, getting a 26 to hit,
That's a hit.
dealing 31 piercing damage. But
So what?
of course, you
That'd
get
be
to cut that in half.
16.
Yeah,
The 16, rounding up.
yeah. But it's very fortunate that you grew in size because if you had been medium, she would have grabbed you up with her jaws and you would have been restrained. Or not restrained, but grappled. Um, so that is her turn. Yeah, she moved exactly 50 feet. That's her movement, and she got multi attack of bite and tail. Yeah, Finch, it's your turn.
So would this theoretically, if Bull was closer, be advantage?
Yeah, if he moved, how does reach work with advantage?
That's a Colby question. I've had a lot of Reach characters, and I think every time I have to, if I want other people to have advantage, I have to be hugging the creature.
Yeah, that makes sense to me that you would have to be
Yeah.
next to them. So yeah, we're gonna go stick with that rule, but I'm open to changing it if we find an actual ruling. But yeah, for now, Bull would have to be within 5 feet of Big Linda.
In that case, can I, as I'm attacking it, kind of jeer at it and taunt it and try and insult it to get the crowd on our side?
Absolutely, make a performance check. 12. Okay. Um, how exactly are you jeering and taunting at it?
I think as I'm getting hit, I'd try my best to laugh and be like, "Is that all you got? You
Okay.
got little wig for arms."
Yeah, they can appreciate a little bravado. It's not enough quite yet to get them totally on your side for this attack, but starting next round between you and Bull and Knock and everything, it'll probably start to sway that direction a little bit. You guys are being brave and bold and sticking yourselves out there.
Bonus action, hex it. And attack.
All right.
See if I can turn on hex.
A 12. Oh, that was a performance. A 20. 20 does hit.
I think I did have it.
All right. A 4? How did you roll a 4?
For hex.
Oh, you hexed it?
Yeah, with my bonus action. And then attack it again. Or actually, we're going all out. Let's smite it.
On this current attack?
Yeah.
All right. an extra 11.
Then we'll attack it again.
You know, I really thought this would last more than a single round, but it might not. 24 hits.
And let's see, hex damage. And we're having fun, so I'm gonna smite it again.
Yep, yep, yep. I really thought this would last, more than a single round. It's not down yet, but it's certainly not looking great.
That's my turn.
Just want to jump on it and wail on its head. All I want to do next. And it doesn't look like I will.
Yeah, Hudson, it's your turn.
All right.
Hudson, heal Finch. Waste your turn. I want to jump on it. I want to wail on him.
Wait, I just
Hudson, kill it. I lied.
if I move there, will that give me flanking?
No.
You'd have to, yeah, you'd have to be like all the way over.
Over here. All right. Well, it doesn't really matter. I want to try something.
Inflict wounds. What level are we casting it at?
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
All right. Roll the damage for 3rd level. And shouldn't your spell save be higher than that?
Oh, it was.
I thought it was like 16 or something like that.
It's also an
I did
attack roll.
too.
Oh, okay.
But that is the incorrect number. We had this problem last time.
Okay, I'll try to remember to look into that. But yeah, roll the attack roll then.
I think that's damage.
24 hits.
That looks like damage, doesn't it?
Yeah,
No.
I don't. We need to see if you hit or not.
Or yeah, I was saying that looks like. No.
Oh, you rolled it with noble confidence. Okay, so 24 does hit. So yeah, to hit the inflict wounds to roll the damage. And is that both of them combined, or is it one or the other?
Um. I I just hit roll at 3rd level.
Okay, yeah. So the higher level must be the additional die. So yeah, you kill it. I really dislike this.
Even with your tweaking it.
Well, here's the thing. I maxed out its health.
Mm.
Um, you guys just did in a single round over 200 points of damage. Uh, uh, the crowd was not able to get involved, nor
Right.
was the layer actions able to get involved. Those were the things that the monster itself I didn't change except for to max out its health.
Oh,
Um, I just added other things that would make it
yeah.
harder or easier, and it did not matter.
Had no effect.
Yeah. Yeah, there were going to be things that happened to make it. I really
Yeah.
thought that it would last at
Least one
least
round.
a round. But you
Some
guys
lair
did
actions.
you guys did well over 200 points of damage in a
Oh
round.
gosh.
So
Fun.
that's good for me to know for the future.
Right?
Um
We
I
fight
think it was
Big
the
Linda
run.
too.
Big Linda had just stood there and absolutely annihilated Bull. I think she would have lasted another round.
Right.
I mean,
maybe, but
she did
she
pull out pretty
wouldn't.
hard. She like knocked about half my health out in one
Yeah,
hit.
no, I'm at 12 health right now, but you know.
Yeah, the it specifically says in their stat block that it can only bite or like if it can't bite and use its tail on the same creatures.
Oh, because you can't bite and then spin and hit him with the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they you had to be opposite sides. So while she may have lasted another round, she would not have done she would not have been able to use her full abilities.
Right.
She also had another ability where she sprays acid all over everything and
Oh.
does way more damage than she'd already done.
Oh gosh.
I was kind of expecting some sort of like a breath weapon or
Right.
Yeah, it was there. I just
Yeah.
didn't
Just
have
didn't
a
use it.
chance to use it.
Yep.
I was gonna see what happened because I was gonna jump on her back.
Oh,
Right.
and
Like if you
also
went with
if Hudson hadn't done anything, the arena layer actions would have happened. You guys would have had to roll a d4, and then whatever happened, all you people around the pillars were going to get hit real hard.
Oh no. Well, I would have been down.
There's a it
was
could
would that
have
been
it
that would
could
have been
have
like
entangled
everyone.
you. That they could have entangled you. They could have done a flamethrower.
Oh.
Uh, swords could have popped out and spun around, or electricity.
Oh.
How
Um,
far away from the towers did you have to be before you weren't affected?
depends on which one. The
Oh.
swords
Gotcha.
you had to be right next to them, within 5 feet. The flamethrowers went 10 feet. The electricity was 5 feet, but if you were in the water, it expanded all the way out to the water.
Oh wow.
And I think the entangle was also 10 feet, but I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, there were going to be fun things that happened. And I did not get to experiment with them at all.
Right.
And I'm sorry. I really, really thought that was going to be more difficult.
Right.
and
But also, you were supposed to do this like 2 levels ago.
Yeah.
So
I did go pretty much like all out. When I burned like 2 smites on it.
that's true. That's true. But
Right.
yeah. Yeah, remember the first time you came here and you were battling your way through and you did that big group thing and you I was nice and let you skip it, but you were supposed to do it then.
Oh.
Um, not gonna let you skip things
Right.
anymore.
Well, it's
I mean,
different
I'm
when
ready to
it's
do another. I mean, we can always just do another group fight.
I don't have another fight prepared.
right.
I
Yeah.
I really thought this would
Something
last
tougher
another.
than Big Linda.
I really thought this would be a a 2 round
Yeah.
minimum.
See,
um,
this is where you grab some like undead dragon stat block and you're like, phase two starts
Right.
now.
He resurrects. Yeah.
well, in
Big
the
Linda is
future, I will
back.
try to have that. But I
We'd
was
we'd never know the difference. You just hop on D&D Beyond, like do do do. There we
Right.
go.
Yeah, just be like I have to grab his stats for this round two while you're just making it up.
give
You just
me
say,
give me a
man, I've
minute.
really got to pee. Hold on, and then undead dragon.
But yeah,
Delirium dragon.
I thought 2 rounds minimum, 3 or 4
Yeah.
most likely. But no, you guys just did like
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Annihilated
I
him.
think I think I had it at. Well, let me just look it up. I've got it right here. Oh, that's the the handout.
And it's hard for you
I
to hide the
mean,
health bar because of the green. We can see the.
Yeah.
You can't just lie about the health either.
That's why you say it's round 2. And actually,
Yep.
there are mythic monsters that specifically have a mechanic where they drop to 0 and then like go into a second boss mode with new health.
Oh gosh.
yeah. So originally, just pulling out Big Linda as a monster, it has 136 hit points. That's the average hit points. I maxed it out because it says there's supposed to be 13d12 plus 52. Um, and I just assumed that it rolled all 12s on those 13. That brings it to 208
Yeah.
hit points. And you guys did more than that.
Go up.
So yeah, next time there will be 2. You'll have to go through 400 hit points.
Yep. 2 big Lindas.
Yeah, it still hit you really hard.
I guess that was also
Hit
a
some
crit.
of
they
us.
went into.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
the tail
true.
was a crit. That didn't help. Yeah.
No, it did not. And I also forgot to give the tail a save. But I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad I
Or it would
made
have
it just so
happened.
that was one thing that I changed is it was supposed it didn't one thing I changed about Big Linda is it didn't move you and do extra damage if you hit stuff. I threw that in on my own, and it did a total of 1 extra damage. So I'm glad I didn't put a saving throw in there for that. But yeah, so with that, you guys no one in the crowd thought that would happen. They went from sort of indifference to watching you destroy this gigantic monster in all of 6 seconds. um, and they are in stunned silence for a moment before
Into the silence, can someone yell out, when are they sending in the champion?
Yeah, I yelled that out.
And and
Are
as
you
as
not
everyone's watching,
entertained?
Like Knock kind of nudges me, and he has this funny joke, but he doesn't have the charisma to pull it off, so I steal it.
and as you yell that into the crowd, cheers erupt. They're going crazy. They've never seen anything like this. Um, yeah, you guys have officially created a name for yourself. Uh, if nothing else, um, the gate you entered through, unlocks, and a orderly of sorts leads you back through the tunnels to an area where you can get yourselves cleaned up
Right.
before making your way to see the queen, if that is still your goal.
yeah, I do need to see the queen anyway, so I'll have to go talk to her.
I definitely feel like we need to walk in and be like, wait, are we doing that now or next week?
Probably next week, but
Okay.
I'm gonna put you into the room anyway.
We need to walk in and be like, well, we had a delivery and they told us we had to fight a dinosaur first. So we went ahead and took care of that.
Yeah, you guys are really strong. I don't like it. um,
That
but
level
yeah,
5 threshold is a lot.
yeah. Um, so yeah, you guys make your way up through that hallway of fake poison cloud
All right.
and into the room of fake people. and you see the queen sitting on her throne, uh, looking very pleased,
Hmm.
um, with you or with herself or what, you can't be sure, but you still hear the roar of the crowd coming up through the grate in the middle. Um, and yeah, that is where we'll end things because I have not prepared what the queen is going to react to.
Right? Say or do, or yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, I can end this.
Oh, yep.
We'll move all turns from that. And
Yep.
so that I can prepare things, um what all is on, you don't have to be specifics, but what all is on the table for things you want to discuss with the queen. Obviously you want to give her some of the lilies,
Hmm.
but Bull, you said you wanted to speak with her. I'm assuming that's a private conversation that you wanted to have. Um,
Yeah.
does anyone else want to have private conversations, or is there what are we telling her?
Well, we should mention that she owes us several thousand gold now.
Because yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
We're gonna
yeah.
collect our earnings.
Um, she won't give it to you. Um, whoever the bookies are that
Right.
you dealt with will
Yeah,
have
I
It'll be
already
like a
figured.
given.
Spider-Man, where they're like, well, you didn't last long enough, so you only get half.
No, no. But it's the she's not involved in that aspect.
Yeah.
It's not her. She provides the entertainment, but she's not a part of the betting that goes on with it. Whoever you made the bets with will be the ones that honor that. And we can just go ahead and put that into your all's inventory. Just double whatever gold you had.
My daughter just fully cut through the noise suppression on my microphone.
Oh, yeah, there I heard it.
I don't really have anything to discuss with her, I guess. If there is someone selling stuff of unusual and interesting nature, I would talk to them. Otherwise, I don't know. I guess I'm just chilling.
Okay, so you'll just be a part of the general discussion of here are the lilies,
Yeah.
um, which she will have things to say about that. But I'm pretty sure anyway. Don't hold me to it,
Yeah.
but it seems like the kind of thing she
Right.
would be interested in. Bull wants to talk with her privately, which I'm sure has to do with his debt. Anybody else want to bring topics of discussion up in public or in private with her?
Hmm.
Yeah, I may want to talk to
Um,
her.
I don't know. I don't think I have too much.
I'd say at most I'd ask her if she has any idea if she can make a cure with the lilies or not, or if that's even her plan.
Okay. Um, when discussing the lilies, are we telling her about Jupiter Jones, the Queen, or anything that happened in there, or are we keeping that information private?
Hmm.
I think it serves
Because
us to be pretty tight lipped about that.
Yeah.
I just need to know.
Unless
I
she
need to think
starts
about how
asking
she
you.
would react and how she would use that information,
Yeah.
um, if you were to give it to her.
Certainly wouldn't, yeah, willingly offer that information. If she starts prying about it, maybe, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I feel
mean,
like coming to
there's
trade
a
her
real
some.
chance she eventually figures out anyway.
Yeah.
She's very crafty that way. But all this happened very recently. It is unlikely that she knows any of that yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we could theoretically. Does she? Did we get the impression that she knew where the lilies were?
Yes, she was aware of Oscar's research to an extent. Um, she had you guys filled her in a little bit on that, but she had heard of and knew of the lilies. She just didn't know of their importance originally until she got a bit of Oscar's research. She did not know that. But when the lilies were mentioned, she was like, "Oh, I know where those are." I don't know if she told you that specifically, but in her mind, she was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I know that." But yeah, but it's not something you guys are planning on telling her the details of. So I don't need to figure out how she reacts to that yet. Is there any other information that you're going to share with her, or just that you got the lilies?
I mean, I think specifically that we have the lilies and we are interested in what selling or trading those to her. Is that our goal?
Okay, yeah. Um, she'd be willing to entertain that. That's fun. Um, all right. I think that's enough for me to go off of. If I might text those of you who might want to have a private conversation with her to work out what that might be about. But that's it, really. I am very sorry for the extremely short session, um, but I really thought that would last longer.
Right. Live and learn.
No, it's cool.
One round of combat.
Right.
That was
Get to fight
awesome.
and cut. Yep.
Wouldn't
Should
get a
have
ton
done
of
one on.
resources to do it.
We should have done one on one, like one at a time. We had to fight her.
I don't think you guys could have done it just one on
That
one.
that would be too much of a challenge.
Well, then again, she can't do the bite and the tail attack, so
This is
maybe
true.
you
Yeah.
could have. I don't know.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have been able to, but
Yeah, so next time there will be two of them, and they will force you next to the columns,
right.
and the
Yes.
crowd will start out actively hostile so that you're rolling with disadvantage. And yeah,
like the like in the RPGs where you unlock the deadly mode or whatever, and for
yeah. So, but anyway, I hope that that wasn't the worst session you've ever had, and next week we'll get into a little bit of the role playing.
sure.
Sounds good to me.
Bye, internet.
You see, is the stream still going?